Hello class. Let's talk briefly about this legend and how I did it. Again, it's just tips and tricks. There's nothing new here. But basically the way this is set up is that the legend is two layers. One is the white object which with a transparency, and then I just used text, and then I just copied all the shapes and scaled them to fit on the side there. So what I really want to talk about is that background image. It's not hard to do, but I'm going to lock the text layer, and I'm going to make a new layer and call it legend background. And I put this on a layer. I'm just going to change the fill to white, the stroke to nothing, and I'm just going to come up and draw a rectangle box. And I can change the scale later, and there we go. I've got a rectangle box. But as we can sort of see, it blocks out everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to transparencies. I'm going to set this down. Now, a lot of times it really doesn't take much. I just set this transparency 85, which is not a lot, and that is just the right amount. A lot of times people want to try to set this a lot. They see the transparency like, oh, it's got to be 50% or something like that. No, that's going to be way too transparent. It's going to be like 90% transparent or 85% transparent is going to be the right level to go. And then once you have that set, I'm going to lock that layer for now. I'll make a new layer and I'll call it legend text and all the other objects that you might want to do, and I'm going to come here and I'll hit my text box. Now in this case I can draw a text box out, so I can say I don't know, what do I have, property line. Another thing is nodes. I hit return a couple times so I can just get it all in a box. I can hit return a couple times. What else do I have? Buildings in here. So I would add everything I need to do here. I'm not going to add everything for this video, but I'd keep doing return of text. And then I'm going to come out and I'll just draw, I'll use my pen tool and I'll just draw a line from here to here. I'll hold shift to make it nice and straight. And what I'll do is I'll start by using my eyedropper tool on, say, that property line, and it's going to absorb the properties of that property line. So there we go, I got an example of it. And I'm going to make a node which is going to require a circle, so I got to go to the ellipse tool, hold ALT and shift to draw a perfect circle from the center, and I will again use my eyedropper tool, and there we go, I've got the node. And then the building is just a rectangle, so I can change this to a rectangle, and I can draw that, and I can eyedropper that shape, and there we go, that's building, and so on and so forth. So I could do that for all my shapes. I could do it for park, the arrowheads, these green circles that are multiple like that, and I've got it going. Now the reality is this, I probably want to think like this is really probably a little large for the spacing, so maybe I'll space that out, and maybe I'll actually center this all on this line, something like that, and I'd keep going all the way down, and in the end you end up with a legend like that, really nice and clean and well done. And again, that's just as important, just like street names, a legend that really makes this clear, makes it legible, can be self-explanatory.